Jai Mata. Charanam Sharanam Ramambige. Charanam Sharanam Trayambage. Women is the symbol of service and self-sacrificing spirit. She is the molding force behind man's evolution. She is the controller of the destiny of man. Purity and chastity are of supreme values in the prosperity and progress of women. When these two virtues are abandoned, the woman sinks down to the level of beastly existence. Along with the decline of womanly dharma, the country as a whole goes to perdition. All vitality, brilliance, splendor, prosperity disappears from that country where dharma ceases to be the object of worship by its women. The criterion of a nation's progress is not the material or the scientific advancement. A nation's progress is determined by the culture of its soul. What is this culture of the soul? It is the purity and power of dharma that graces the heart of the woman. Unless the women of the world rise to spiritual eminence, unless they scale the height of moral perfection through worship of dharma, the world cannot advance towards the God of peace. The education that lifts women out of their miserable existence is a cultural education which helps them to develop devotion to eternal dharma, shraddha, faith in the divinity of the soul, the consciousness of the unity of existence, and an abiding sense of duty to the world. Saints and sages, monks and reformers cannot bring about the real upliftment of women folk. A woman alone can understand the problems of women and offer solutions to them. This was the truth which Vivekananda realized through the dint of his multifarious experiences and toils of life. Hence, my daughters, you should come forward and equip yourselves with the power to direct the destiny of women in the world. The powers of women. Power to revolutionize the whole world is within you. Discipline yourself that the omnipotent Mother may manifest herself in you. In you is a combination of all powers, the power of knowledge, Jnana Shakti, the power of action, Kriya Shakti, the power of attraction, Akarshana Shakti, the power to organize, Sanghadana Shakti, and the power of protection, Samrakshana Shakti. Of these, the power of knowledge is the greatest power. It supports all other powers. The power of strong intuition, by which you realize the truth of the identity of your soul with the soul of the universe, is called Jnana Shakti. With this knowledge will come to you the power of divine humility to identify yourself with the midst of God's creation, as also the courage to feel your oneness with the Almighty Himself. The knowledge of self, which is free of illusions and devoid of the blemish of doubt, should find its expression in the world in the form of service of God's children. This power by which knowledge becomes dynamic action is called Kriya Shakti. The golden bridge that connects knowledge, which is an inner experience, and action, which is its external manifestation, is love. That force and fragrance of divine love, by which your mind, consciousness, and heart are all drawn from the world to the lotus feet of God, is called the power of attraction, Akarshana Shakti. Inwardly, that power of uninterrupted contemplation of self, by which the senses become composed, the mind becomes chill and serene, and consciousness becomes poised in the inner self, is called the Akarshana Shakti. Externally viewed, it is the power which is inherent in you, a virtue which is predominant in you, by which all members of the home and society are attracted by the force of love. It is this power which has given the women the proud status of a queen of home. Verily, a virtuous woman, blessed with the gift of pure love of God, is a lamp of auspiciousness in the society. From the standpoint of Adhyatma Yoga, by organizing power is meant the faculty of integration by which the senses, mind, and consciousness are disciplined, purified, and made to merge finally in the ocean of supreme consciousness, the Self. The entire range of sadhana for self purification and self transcendence is covered by the term of organizing power. The curbing of appetites, the control of emotions, the conquest of passions, the eradication of the ego, and union with the Supreme are all made possible through a long period of prayerful perseverance, aided by single minded devotion to God. This is the organizing power which you, my daughters, should develop by remaining in your sphere of activity, the home. When this organizing power is developed, you will have that amazing capacity to organize your respective homes and also the surrounding society. Without the strong foundation of divine consciousness, there is no scope for efficient domestic units or for integrated society. When you attain illumination, you will become a force of yourselves, and everything around you will tend towards peace, harmony, happiness, and integrity. Sadhana, which Mother wants you all to do in your homes, is not a few hours of jabam or meditation. Every moment of your life should be a sadhana for you. Sadhana is a ceaseless flow of all your mental effort towards the goal of discovering your innate divinity. You should subject your whole life into a healthy discipline so that whatever action you perform in your home becomes a form of sadhana for you. First of all, you should develop an intense longing for the vision of perfection. Then you should put forth your sincere efforts to purify your mind and heart. Then, above all, you should increase your love of God every day. The suitable transformation should work in you from moment to moment. With home as center, you should endeavor to build up a life along the principles of discipline which Mother has prescribed for you. My children, the sympathy of Mother's universal heart is with you, for you have been for ages shut up in the cage of slavery. Mother has come to liberate you. Wake up to this divine call and work out your emancipation. Do not think that you, who have to do the duties of home, have no time to do yoga. Mother will show you the method by which you can turn every action of yours into an exercise of yoga. With real understanding and outlook, you can turn your service of your husband and children, your duty, home administration, your dealings with the society around you, and also every moment of your life into the self-liberating yoga power. From the furnace of your consecrated home life should blaze forth the holy flames of divine tapasya, the tapasya which purifies not only your own selves but all those who come in contact with you. By preserving power, Samrakshana Shakti is meant the power to protect the knowledge imparted by the Sadguru from the influence and onslaught of doubt and despair, and to guard the mental peace which you get from your meditations against the attack of evil passions. For from yoga, takes place due to inadvertence, lack of loyalty to the ideal, and want of strong faith in the divinity of the Guru. Thousands of temptations surround you, hundreds of obstacles stare at you, but Mother will give you the strength to rise above those temptations and to brush aside all those obstacles. Mother will give you the power to encounter courageously every threatening situation in life. Have faith, knowing fully well that you cannot protect yourself. Rely on the saving grace of the Guru. It is dangerous to pin your faith in your so-called power of self-reliance before you cross the domain of the ego. Reliance on the self is indeed strength supreme, but what people call self-reliance is only reliance on the ego. How can the ego protect you? Devotion to Guru is the impenetrable fort for a sadhaka to fight the battle of life. With Guru's grace to protect you, you will acquire strength to face the enemy of worldly temptation. Until the dark ocean of the great unmanifested, the ocean of nothingness, avyakta, is crossed, there is constant need of the protecting power of the Guru. Destiny has brought you to the battlefield. Now there is no question of fleeing away. That is cowardice which will mar the beauty of womanhood. Remain wide awake to the circumstances that confront you in your life. Selfishness will try to raise its hood in various forms. Pride, obstinacy, ego love, and infatuation will come to vitiate your mental purity. Occasions will present themselves when you will be on the verge of losing your patience and temper. Ropes of attachments will come to bind you down to earth. Vanities of life will try to ensnare you. Situations will arise to rob you of your peace and happiness. This indeed is the test and trial of life. But you, my children, should not lament over your lot. Are you not soldiers who are born to fight and to win the ultimate goal of Godhead? You, heroines of home, have to raise the sword of discrimination and put down the hoods of the little self, as Sri Krishna did in the days of yore, to curb the pride of Kaliya. If you can preserve your peace in this situation of home life, you will be there to who will be there to equal you in strength in the three worlds? Sweet is the fight and sweet is the conquest, but those who are prepared for the sacrifice, those who are bold at heart, those who have the mighty flame of faith in their bosom, alone know and taste their sweetness. They say, bliss abides in the goal, but Mother tells you, sacred bliss is with you during the sadhana itself. Be sincere sadhakas and you will know what the bliss of sadhana is. The strength of 100 janagas put together will come to you, children of the eternal, when you begin to manifest your true womanhood. But fierce fight is inevitable. Living in the midst of temptations, you have to attain self-mastery. In the midst of earthly connections and associations, you have to realize your non-attachment. In the field of conflicts and confusions, you have to discover the poise and harmony of yourself. In the privacy of home, you have to realize the universality of your soul. This is the war you have to wage. This is the seat of glory which you have to conquer. Be ready for the mighty sacrifices. Have no fear. The Mother Divine is this time with you for a special purpose, which the world will know in course of time. Home is a congregation of minds of varied temperaments, and the power that harmonizes all these minds is the mother of home. Broad vision, right insight, tolerance, skill, and efficiency are required for a mother to rule a home. Seated on the throne of self awareness, you, mothers, should rule your homes. Manifest your organizing capacity through your efficient administration of home. In the midst of various activities, peace and harmony should be found pervading the establishment that is home. Then alone you can be rightly called the queen of home. As unity, happiness, peace, prosperity, and administrative stability of a country depend mainly on the efficiency of its ruler, so too the integrity of the homes depends upon the character and capacity of the queens who rule the homes. Wherever any dissension of internal dispute arises in domesticity, know it for certain that the root cause for disturbance is the inability of the queen of home to rule the establishment of home. Hence, Mother says, the key to social harmony and domestic peace lies with women who are in charge of the administration of homes. Nowadays, much talk is in the air about social service. Women take special interest in participating in social service. Mother is not against the holy work of social service, but is insisting upon certain essential virtues which you, women, should have when you plunge into the field of social service. He alone can serve the society properly, who can see the society as the manifested Godhead. If you have no strength of spiritual insight to support your ardor and enthusiasm for social service, your so-called social service will only become an avenue to the pursuit of name and fame. Bring into the field of your work a consciousness illumined by knowledge of self and a heart vibrant with love for humanity. Know that a servant of God alone can be a real servant of society. Does your heart melt and ache as the sight of the suffering of your brethren? Is the pure love and sympathy the motive force that drives you to the field of service? Do you find the society around you as a part of your cosmic body? Then by all means plunge into the field of your social service. But if you do not have these virtues, prepare yourselves first in silence. Purify your mind and heart through prayerful meditation and dedicated work at home, and await in vigilant aspiration the command of the inner conscience. Reform yourself and your homes before you go out to reform the society. Serve yourself and your husband and children before you go to serve the society. Establish your heart and your home in peace first before you move out of your homes as envoys of God's peace on earth. Children, where else can you find a better field of service than your home? Perfect homes constitute perfect society. It is the peace of home that gives birth to a peaceful society. My daughters, your Swadharma demands your primary attention first in your homes. Discharge this God-given duty first, the duty that lies at your doors, the duty that was born with you. Serve your husband and children in perfect non-attachment and elevate your homes into abodes of tranquility and peace. If you have done this, you have offered the greatest service to the whole human society. Nay, you have served God Almighty Himself. Charanam Sharanam Ramambige, Charanam Sharanam Trayambage. Jai Mata.